Coach, we are in the Valley of the Sun. Few places in the country as picturesque as the desert Southwest. Well, if you're going to play football in Arizona, a dome and air conditioning, those are two good things to have, and we've got both here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Switch up, switch up. Watch the shift, watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift, watch the shift. 25, check 25, check 25. Score, score. Shoot.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch out. Set. Big air. Rock it.
Now it's Carson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. Check. Shift. On the ball.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. I'm coming for you. You mine. Ready to go. 44's the mark. 44's mark. Check. Get this one. Hey. High 7. 44's mark. Get it.
To throw on second down. Leonard over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Slam. You got tape. 61, matchbox lights. Check 3. Alert 3. Hey, watch it. Snap.
Here's Carson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The Cardinals' 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
2nd and 5. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man open. It's Ross. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Topper! Hey, exit. Go.
Looking to throw. Leonard got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Come on, QB, come on.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On play action, it's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Before getting this inside the 30. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. Murray to air it out again. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On first down, Carson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Hey,
Back to throw. Leonard. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Murray going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, T. Here I come.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Coming to you, coming to you. 54.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This is Carson. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw. Leonard. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Leonard. Open man is lost, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch. Hey, Sam off. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leonard. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Leonard. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Leonard. They'll run the screen with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And now off to the races. Down the right side. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
With that,
Tyler Lockett, the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, Haywood.
Following the fumble recovery, Leonard nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Leonard, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Leonard. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard. And it's 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You got it. You got it.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because...
And now look at him go. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. Leonard. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Check 52. Check safety, check safety. Bam, bam.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On the return is Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
In on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 9.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
60 Pittsburgh. You don't want pick up the ball. Hey, alert 3. Check 3. Check. Crouch.
On 1st down, Carson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run again with Carson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got it. Shift. No. Off. Check 37. Leo.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
90 Wolf. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shift. Pull it high. Snap.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Showing up. Showing up. Switch. Check nickel. Look. Squeeze. Five.
The toss running left. Benjamin. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
36. Out. Whip. Watch the whip. Ready.
On 1st down, Benjamin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, D. Big grip.
Draw play. This is Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
I know he ain't got it. Kill. He's coming. We got double up. They go.
They run it with Carson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Okay, ready? 53, Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
To throw on 2nd down, Leonard. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go.
From the gun, Leonard. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. After the turnover, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Noah Spence able to run it down for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. You look nice,
Now Murray off play action. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Leonard. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On first down, Leonard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Leonard. It's caught. Lockett. 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, Echo. Snap.
Back to throw. Leonard, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
Looking to throw. Leonard. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 4-4. Here we go. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Ready?
On 4th down, Leonard. This is caught. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And he fends him off. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
That ball complete to Isabella. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
1st down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
Now Cohen. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throw left side complete. It's Hayes. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race past the 20. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here's Murray. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. Leonard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
10 logo. Check. Good trap. Hey, high 7.
Throwing on third and long. Leonard now a desperate. And got his man complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ball out. Check 24. Check. Check hot now. Hot.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Throwing again, Leonard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now on this game.
36.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.